Well, I did a bit of a workout. I might have this engine, but I was on power 5 because there's a lot of steep parts. And I'm in Prince Rupert, so some of you might know where I am based on the view. This is my left side when you're climbing. And first time I take it on a rough trek like this, especially climbing, and I was starting to hear a noise more and more coming from the front. Didn't know if something was loose. Then I realized this is down. So the wheel was popping in and out, almost fell. Good thing I wasn't on the way down. Now there's a slight possibility, because I haven't used this in a couple of weeks, that somebody had tried to steal my tire, my front wheel at some point, and there was also maybe a complication to undo some tying on it. Or leaving the golf course, a nice lady and a young man helped me lift it over the fence, so I didn't have to try to go over the fence with it. Not a lot of room. And I know the guy tried to grab it from the front wheel at first. He might have bumped into that. It might have been easy to dislodge. I don't think he tried to kill me on purpose, if it was that possibility, that's when it got disconnected. Because before that I was doing a lot of just paved roads looking for my cat. Now I figure I'm probably more than halfway up this place. I might try this if it's really, really dry with the motorcycle, but it's so rough, the road, that my motorhome could not, everything would just break inside by being shaken so much, even like a tenth of the way up here. So I wonder if my wheel would have fallen off, I would have had to call a buddy from search and rescue. Hey, come and get me, I don't know where I am. And if the wheel fell off on the way down. So I'm glad I investigated it. Because sometimes, we always wish a problem will go away. Like my fan didn't turn off when I turned off the engine this morning. It kept going. So I turned it low, which usually doesn't work at low, only at high, because the off button didn't work. It was still going after my key was out. So that's an example of something I can let go a little bit and see if it does it the next time, because it's getting colder. The humidity is getting in the electronics a little bit more. But I'm glad I didn't ignore what was getting worse with the noise there. So yeah, and I'm using my legs a lot to help, but still the battery sometimes showed it at 1 bar, so I'm going to turn around. But it showed at 3 bars here, this part, so it fluctuates. I didn't start at 100%, maybe at 90%, and then I did a lot of paved road which had hills, and then here, so still pretty impressive. If I'm not that far from the top, somebody with strong legs and not a lot of extra weight and a full battery could do something like this, I think fairly easy. I'll show you the view again at the end, so you don't have to finish with my voice. It's not going to be panoramic with the way I started filming.